Hello. Is this working? I'm very bright. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. What exactly is going on here? So I just got home. I had a few errands to run, work-related errands to run. Now I am back, and Virginia's already done. And Virginia. Yeah, Virginia's done. New Jersey just started, but it's not looking super duper close yet. This is this has to be a reporting error. 99%? I can't imagine that's right. This is usually kind of like they get reporting errors on this sort of stuff. But Virginia governor's race is already done. Yeah, I mean, it's a complete blowout. Loudoun's not even close. I'd love to see. This is what I was hoping to see. Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. 12-point shift from the 2020. 12-point shift to the left compared to 2024. In Loudoun County, that's kind of crazy. All these are some very. I mean, I guess kind of to be expected. I'm going to open some food here. I got myself some electrolyte food, and then I had to run out the errands. So now I'm gonna eat cold Chipotle. My camera's over here now. It used to be over in this direction. Now it's here. So I'm gonna open my cold ass fucking Chipotle. Whatever. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Look at that. A beautiful Chipotle bowl. All right. Let's hope they made this bowl well. You know what's crazy? Is that a bowl from Chipotle basically costs the same as a bowl from Taco Bell. Almost. Actually, if you get them the plain way that the app tells you to get them, the Chipotle one I think is actually cheaper. But oh shit, we got John in here. Yo, what's up, dude? I don't know what compelled me really to stream, but I was kind of in the mood. We got elections going on. Figured I'd check out some of these results. The thing is, these results are going to be coming in for so long, and polls close across the country at such staggered times that if I want to watch the results of everything that's important tonight, I'll have to be here for like 3 more hours. I don't know if I'm up for all that. I gotta get some sleep. Trying to get up early and make it to the gym before work, which hasn't been working, but after is always a disaster, and after I want to do school. God, I'm very bright. It's not that bad for me. Like, it looks like I'm being flashbanged on the camera. It's not that bad for me, but it looks like... I mean, I look pale as shit on this camera here. How do I get this to... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm trying... Well, I guess I can probably do it this way. I don't know. Work's been good. I'm enjoying it very much. I love the Capitol. I love working on the... Hold on. Give me 1 second. I got a family call here. 1 second. Sorry about that. Work's been good. I love working around the Capitol. I love it. It's very fulfilling. It's very fulfilling. But so the elections tonight are we have races for governor in Virginia and New Jersey, mayor in New York City. Those are some of the big ones. If we go to key races, there's a few. Attorney General in Virginia is like one of the only actual competitive ones tonight. And then we have Prop 50 in California, which I'll just read this, I guess. If approved, the measure would change California's congressional district boundaries to make it easier for Democrats to flip 5 seats now held by Republicans. So they just have to pass this vote to be able to redistrict. And draw some new Democratic districts in Congress. So it's pretty likely to pass. California's a pretty blue state, and it's a pretty blue thing. So. Oh, and the mayoral race in Detroit is tonight too, but that's a pretty done deal. Most of these are. Minneapolis might be a little competitive. I forget, it's the incumbent Jacob Frey, and then like this guy right here, Omar Fateh. I don't remember. he got like a big endorsement, so he's supposed to be like a candidate that can challenge him. But I think Jacob Frey is probably going to win. Would be my guess. So state senate called in New Jersey. That's really no surprise. This race getting called so quickly is kind of wild. This race got called. The polls closed for this one over an hour ago. 7 p.m. Eastern. It was called almost immediately. So, that was kind of surprising to see, but I mean, we kind of, what about the governors for other states? When is that election? So most of the governors' races that we'll care about are next year. Michigan will be next year. The primaries will be next August, and those general elections will be next November. But this is a kind of an interesting, preview of how next year's elections are going to go to see how these ones go tonight. They're usually a bit of preview for those. Got my Chipotle bowl. I'm sipping on the Rizzler. We're sipping on Rizberry tonight. It's a special occasion. Election night's a special occasion, and for anyone who the 4 people out in the country who think it's funny, I made sure to get election night crudité. If anyone remembers that funny moment from Dr. Oz back in 2022. Oh, main TV, huh? That's big pressure. Means this little tiny box that I'm in here is probably huge on that TV. That's a lot of pressure to look nice. So let's see. I want to check in on our competitive race here for Virginia Attorney General. They don't have a swing map here, which is kind of frustrating. So I like to, kind of compare and see how we're doing. Like Fairfax, 66 to 31 is kind of moving a little bit in favor of Jay Jones here. The reason that this one is supposed to be competitive is that Jay Jones kind of had a lot of scandals. In about the final month of this election, Jay Jones really had a lot of scandals. He had a scandal, where some text messages leaked about him talking about wanting to kill, specific people, Republicans, and wanting Republicans' kids to die as a result of gun violence, so that Republicans would learn their lesson and that sort of stuff. So Jay Jones had some scandals, so that's why the Republican has a chance in this one, and not the other ones. We're about 50% in, and I don't know. I think this is looking probably like a Jay Jones victory, actually. And actually, that does seem to be what New York Times. Let's go ahead and pull up the Polymarket here. So Polymarket thinks that Mamdani is going to win tonight against Cuomo. I think that's pretty much the general consensus, that most people are expecting Mamdani to win. And he's expected to take 4 out of the 5 boroughs. Um, can we... Can we get the rest of the election stuff here? The other races? Why are we only covering this one, huh? So this one has gone essentially vertical. It looks like the Democrat is going to go ahead and take this one in New Jersey too. I mean, this could be a pretty decisive night in favor of Democrats. It is what it's looking like right now. I mean, the truth is, every Democrat in every election tonight was favored. You know, it's kind of been the consensus that most people know that Democrats are favored in these elections tonight. But always worth watching for an upset, and always worth watching for margins to get a hint on how next year is going to go, because you know, this stuff is really important. So yeah, so Jersey here in New York City. Yeah, it's looking like Polymarket, all the money is coming in on Jay Jones here. You know, he's gone basically vertical here in the last hour and a half. Not even, like the last hour, basically. You know, we'll see how it shakes out. It's still pretty close here, but it's definitely not looking great for Republicans so far. Now, this one was of the two governor's races tonight. Obviously, you saw it. You know, kind of here. Like, this one was, you know, it was obviously Democratic favored, but, you know, there's a slight chance here. You know, the money's coming in. There's some thought that, you know, Jack could take this one. It's not looking like it. Man, oh man. Wild night so far. You know, I think what you'll hear most in the news, my guess, this was always the case regardless of what happens tonight, the thing you were going to hear most in the news was about New York City. And, you know, frankly, I get it. Because that's kind of the exciting one, really. Here, I gotta get this situated here. What's exciting tonight is New York City. You know, because Mamdani is kind of an interesting change candidate, and Andrew Cuomo is kind of, in general, a candidate that you wouldn't expect to run for an office like this after being governor. And Curtis Lee was arguably the funniest candidate that's ever run for political office. We got a couple independents and such on the ballot. And actually, Eric Adams is on the ballot too. He's the incumbent mayor, but he dropped out of this election because he's had a number of scandals himself. He's not really someone with a chance to win. So, you know, we'll see how this goes. I think pretty much the general consensus is that Mamdani's going to win these four boroughs, and Cuomo will come away with Staten Island. But these polls close at 8 or 9. Jersey closed at 8. Virginia closed at 7. And we have California Prop 50 tonight, which is their ballot proposition to redistrict. So if this passes, they'll be able to draw about 5 more Democratic districts on the federal level. So, and that's on the ballot from Governor Newsom to counteract the Republican redistricting in Texas. I don't really, to be honest, really need these on because I'm not really listening to anything. At least yet. But so, if there's anyone out there that has any questions or anything, I can only be so entertaining reacting to the results forever. So we may have to shift and find some interesting analysis or articles to read. I like to think I'm entertaining, but I'm not a particularly born entertainer. And I'm hungry as piss. And even though it's cold now, this Chipotle is hitting very hard. Very, very good. But I had to run. What do you do? Sometimes your boss is at dinner and they forgot their purse and also needs you to pick up their prescription from Meijer. And sometimes you're in the realm of wanting to please the people that you work for, because in this case you actually like them and they're not just like a shitty boss. So we'll see. Detroit results are starting to come in. It looks like not even close. Sheffield's running away with it. No real surprise there. I think this is pretty much what was expected in Detroit, but it's kind of interesting. So Democrats were all favored for these elections. What do you think that means for next year's races then? Will it carry forward? Well, yes. I do think Democrats in general will be favored, at least, generally next year, but they're mostly favored in these elections because these are not particularly red states to begin with. Virginia and New Jersey haven't voted for a Republican on the presidential level in many years. 2004, Virginia voted for Bush, I believe. Let me fact check that. But I believe that's the last time Virginia or New Jersey voted for a Republican on the presidential level. 2004 election results. Yeah. Virginia voted red in 2004. And since then, Virginia and New Jersey here have been blue all the way. So I mean, it's really kind of more paying attention tonight, probably, to margins and how much Democrats win by, to really judge how it'll, carry forward to next year. But yeah, I like to think that I did a good job helping her out too. But it did make me late, and it did make my food cold. So if she feels like it, she can pay me back with lunch. Which actually, I mean, I bought lunch today on her dime anyway, so. In a way, she's kind of already doing that. Now listen, I get that Chipotle charges for guac. It's worth it. This guac is just better. Like I get the argument. Like, well, you know, Qdoba doesn't charge for guac. You can just get guac for free. One, that makes the base price of the bowl more. And two, Chipotle guac is just better. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's... You know, there's some other stuff that we'll see tonight, and we'll... But really what's interesting, and the reason people kind of care about this, some of these particular things, is like... More kind of figuring out the platform that the Democratic Party is kind of moving towards. Mamdani in New York, you know, a self-avowed socialist. The Omar fella in Minneapolis is the same way. So it's kind of, I think, a lot of people kind of starting to take note of a different style of messaging on the left, starting to take hold a little bit, and I think that makes sense for the Democratic Party, just because, you know, they are kind of lost. I mean, their messaging has not been particularly good, and, you know, I mean, a lot of that was based on the fact that there was nothing they could do in 2024. In 2024, you're running on what Biden did, and Biden didn't, you know, have a good economy. And that's what people cared about. People cared about the economy, and they cared about immigration, and Joe Biden didn't do good for people on either of those issues. So what do? But it's kind of an inflection point for the party, I would say. What's more interesting tonight, I think, is this race in New Jersey, which, at this point, given these results, I mean, this isn't even going to be close. I don't even think this is going to be close. I don't know what... Yeah, I mean... You know, there's some interesting... I don't know what New York Times thinks, but... it doesn't look like this is going to be close at all. This is... If we look at New Jersey on the presidential level, you know, last year, this is a race that, even though it was considered very close for nah, that one is over already, right? What, New Jersey governor? I mean, yeah, pretty much. But I think it's more interesting to kind of focus on the margins for this one than it is for Virginia, because Republicans actually have I think Republicans actually have the better candidate here. Jack performed here very well in 2021 when he ran, and it's kind of a right-trending state. You know, like I said, on the presidential level, it wasn't super close necessarily, but it was closer than people expected. So it's kind of interesting to see, where this one falls tonight. If the final results are anything like 60-40, then I don't know what Republicans are going to do. That would be a disgusting blowout. But I mean, look at some of these results. I mean, there's counties here that are beginning to report votes. We have 40% of the vote in here. It's 59-41 for the Dems. It's 59-41 for the Dems. On the presidential level, last year, Trump won this county by 3. What did John say? Just this is an off-topic question, but what are your thoughts on the new Fortnite season? I haven't played it yet, but I saw that the Simpsons are in it, which is kind of sick. I saw some clips of it. I need to hop on and play. I haven't had any time. I saw Robo Bart or whatever, and that you can all sit on the couch and it plays like the theme song. And actually, I saw that they had like the cell shaded location. Simpsons Fortnite location. Nope, that's not how you spell. Oh yeah, I saw this art, which is kind of funny. This is, I guess, like a new loading screen. I want to hop on, but yeah, it looks Fortnite couch. Yeah, yeah, I saw this, which is kind of sick. This game is kind of goated. I did see that they I actually did see this tweet that they disabled it, which is very funny. If I understand correctly, they actually have like a different Simpsons like map or Simpsons game mode. So this might be. I'm worried to hop on because I'm worried I will enjoy it a little too much. I can't let myself get addicted to Fortnite right now. That said, there's no way you'll keep me off it for the whole season. I definitely will try it out. Let's see what we got here. 3. I don't know. Okay, so we have about 30% of the vote in here. It hasn't been called yet. For the uninitiated, this is what it'll look like when it's called. So it hasn't been called yet, but we'll see. The regular Battle Royale is just the Simpsons map, but there's also the OG Season 6 map. Oh, OG Season 6. Wait, does that mean we're getting OG Season 7 during winter? That's kind of sick. Yeah, that actually might be an addiction. Yeah, I remember that. Winter, like end of 2018, early 2019, I think. Playing tons of Fortnite all summer, or all winter break. When did Fortnite? You should see the way I'm trying to type right now because I have my bowl sitting in front of my keyboard, so I'm typing like this. Yeah, it was December 2018. Oh, dude, bring me back. These were the days. Map is smaller than these. Few people. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's a cool idea. I'm kind of excited to try that, but I'm excited for this. Fortnite Season 7 release date. When did this article come out? This article from November 7, 2018. I was probably like freaking out over this. Fortnite Season 7. What was the end of... Let's see if I can tap back into a different part of my mind real quick. End of Fortnite Season 5. The cube goes into the lake. Season 6 is the Halloween season. With the floating island. End of Season 6, cube explosion event. That sounds right. But then how did it get snow? The iceberg, you could see it. And then at the start of Season 7 was the ice area. And then there was the Ice King event. And he did this. And he made the map snow. Fucking see if I'm right. Yeah. And he breaks out of the little thing. And he goes, yeah, see? Wow, wow. And he winds up. And he throws the thing. I got the memory, man. This shit was like my life. Snow zombies. Man, people hated that shit. Anyway. Back to pretending like I care about politics and not just like only Fortnite. As soon as I win the lottery, I'm quitting. I'm is the end of the facade where I pretend like I actually care about politics, and then I go all in on professional Fortnite again. We'll have to play. Dude. It's back. The vibes are back. Now that I'm geeking out about it again, man, I'm all in again. Oh, by the way, this shit is good. Rizzlerberry, Arizona. Is good. I'm addicted to this shit, which is bad. It's expensive as fuck. Had forgotten about the cube. I got purple glasses. We'll have to get Owen and Peyton on. Oh, dude. I know we can, too. Peyton would 100% be down. And Owen's not doing anything, man. Owen gets home from work and he just plays, like... He just either hangs out with his girlfriend or, like, plays... video games. One second. Again, I'm getting a call. Bro, I would be a bad streamer if I did this shit like for real. So that was my buddy who works on Winsome Sears' campaign calling me to tell me he's going back to his hotel to grab his ID so he can have a drink. I mean, we chatted about a bit, but the general consensus there was it's cooked. Yeah. But NYC mayor closes soon. Just a few minutes. And once this race gets called, well, once this race is called, and once Virginia AG is called, I'll probably call it a night. Yeah, rough night. Rough night for him, but and just tough, because I don't know if you've seen, but if you want to work on a campaign in Virginia as a Republican, it's about to get a lot harder, because Virginia is going to redistrict, more than likely, next year. So there won't be any probably competitive congressional races to work on. So, unfortunate. Let's check in, see if Detroit got called yet. No, Detroit's still 3% in. Minneapolis polls close at 9. That one I'll check in on a bit. My buddy, as I was looking this stuff up, because he said that they were just getting, Virginia was just getting just pelted right now. For reference, well, actually, maybe we can find it here. No, we can't find it here. So in the House of Delegates right now, it's 51-49 Democrat. It's very, very narrowly Democratic majority. Republicans are getting ripped apart. Just absolutely ripped apart. Incumbent Republican losing here, incumbent Republican losing here, incumbent Republican losing here, and here, and here. This is an incumbent Republican losing by like 20%. Another incumbent Republican losing here, and here. And here. This is potentially time to reconsider how we're going to be looking at things going into 2026 for sure. I mean, this is a blowout. This is a beyond expectations blowout. If you're State legislator from a competitive district in Michigan. I'm not sure I can save you. If this blue wave hits Michigan, I don't know if I can. I don't know if anybody can save you from this. Oh, New York votes are in. Wow, they're in quickly. 36% in already, and Mamdani is up by 12. No, all the boroughs recorded. All the boroughs reported just closest to the same amount. Mamdani is in third on Staten Island. Curtis Lee was at 8. There was people projecting Curtis Lee would get like 20%. Motherfucker, have you ever seen New York City? I mean, he's like literally probably like the funniest, like best Republican you could run for like pity votes in New York City. This is crazy. I mean, this is going to be called quickly if more votes come in. But I'm just watching this one. New Jersey Gov should be called any second now. She actually is moving up her numbers here too. 56%. I mean, she's gonna win this by 12. She's gonna win this by 12. At least. With, there's a little bit of outstanding vote for these other guys. I mean, this is surprising. Republican redistricting cannot survive. Well, can't help Republicans survive in the House if these are the numbers. If next year looks anything like this, %. Here. Do we have anything in Minneapolis yet? No. This will get updated slower, though. Nothing new out of Detroit. I mean, this is so much worse than I thought it was going to be. California Prop 50 might pass by like 30%. This race is over, I think. I don't see anywhere to make I'm not really seeing anywhere to make up the vote. Most of the... There's tens of thousands of more votes out of Fairfax. Hampton only has 16% in. It's all Jones. Richmond only has 45% in. It's all Jones. Most of these red counties are finished reporting. Yeah. Times agrees. Man. Man, this is crazy. No, I don't really mind continuing streaming. I haven't even finished my food yet. I've been eating so slow. I want to see the call happen in this attorney general race. And I want to see the call happen in NYC. This is wild. I wonder what the White House response to this is going to be. I mean, this is a full rejection. But the truth is, I don't see how Republicans were motivated for this election at all. Trump didn't do any rallies for these guys. They had Obama out there doing elections. Or doing rallies for the election in Virginia and in New Jersey. Republicans didn't do anything. Seems like Republicans just left them hanging out there, no support. I mean, yeah. And maybe everyone knew it was lost. But I don't know what happened to polling. The polling is way off. Way off. RCP average actually had Spamberger plus 10. I mean, that's not that far off, I guess. She's probably going to end up winning by more than that, though. I heard more negative takes about Mamdani than anything. Yeah, well, I mean, maybe there's some strategy there. Maybe if Republicans can make the story of tonight that Democrats are communists and socialists, and that they elected Zohran Mamdani, and then he goes in and New York City doesn't get better, because let's be honest, then that's a talking point for them going into next year. And frankly, next year's elections are just more important for like the world. But I want to see what the polls look like for New Jersey. Man, the RCP average only had Mickey winning by 3.3%. Damn. I mean, the polls were more right back in like August. 3.3. I mean, this might end up being 12%? 13%? I mean, this is crazy. I mean, he's getting just Jack's getting blown out everywhere. He's barely winning Morris County. He's actually running. Okay, here's the thing. He's kind of running in line there for now, but like, there should not be this much blue down here. 68% of the vote in Gloucester County. Gloucester? Gloucester? He's losing by 6%. Trump won it by 3. Trump won Salem by 19. Jack's winning it by 13. Jack's losing Cumberland by 15%. Trump won it by 3. I mean, this is just a bluer map than this. It just is. Hunterdon County, Trump won by 6. Jack's losing it by 5. I mean, he's running like 10 points behind Trump almost everywhere. This is a nasty blowout. Gloucester. How do you know that? Whatever. Ignore the ice. Me when I'm an immigrant in a major U.S. city. +2, +2, +2. Oos? Yeet. So they gave Punk the title, huh? People are happy about it. People love him. Man, I sure hope these results come in a little bit faster. Good batch there for Cuomo. Had to bring back his wife to do it. I mean, if it was going to happen anyway, that's the way I would have rather it happen. Should still be Seth's. His injury's a bitch, but what do you do? I don't even know if it's like real. I don't believe what I read about wrestling anymore, but I don't have enough context to actually know if I should be believing it or not. So when I see someone's hurt, I just go, I don't know. I don't watch anyway. I saw they're doing a tournament for Cena's last opponent. And there's fucking nobody interesting in it, basically. From what I saw. Rusev versus Damian Priest, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sheamus are the first two. Who cares, man? Listen, I like Rusev. I like Damian Priest. I like Shinsuke Nakamura. I like Sheamus. We haven't watched in weeks. I don't know, man. I just feel like everyone's kind of falling out of it. Peacemaker, man, fuck it. I need to just watch. I need to watch TV, man. But I'm on season 5 of House again. What is this? Revised agenda. Oh no. You can't talk about this. Watch Sunny. Well, I haven't. But I could. Problem is, though, I'm low-key I'm already behind on school. Like, low-key. It's like, I just don't have any time. House I can put on the side. Need to watch Sunny, might be my favorite season. You're overreacting for sure. Sunny peaked like 8 seasons ago. Maybe even longer. You're fried, you need a break. Yeah, well. Not gonna happen. Because I'm not fried from like overworking myself from like one particular thing. It's just like I'm a full-time student and I have a job. What do you do? At least I enjoy it. Could be worse. Could be like high school again. I was fried from that and I didn't even like it. At least now I like my job. And still nothing out of Minneapolis, huh? Detroit got called. Mary Sheffield has won the right to be the next person that people overhype as a real Michigan politician. Just like, the current mayor. Who everyone thinks has a chance at being governor. Yeah, sure. Sure. I gotta respond to a text here. At least, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm tired from what I do. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Keeps me busy. Plenty of depressing things to spend your time thinking about that are a lot worse than the things I spend my time thinking about. So there's upsides, man. There's upsides to enjoying what you do. Okay. Non-partisan candidate. Yeah, well, you know. It's Detroit mayor. They're all Dems. Whoa. Whoa. We have precinct results? Hey now. Now this is kind of sick. This is pretty cool. Zoring Mimi Dink kind of winning. But actually not by a ton. 3,000 people voted for Eric Adams. He dropped out of this. Dropped out so long before voting started. %52 of votes in. See what the Polymarket has to say. Oh, Polymarket says it's over. I mean, Polymarket has kind of said it's been over, but Polymarket says Polymarket says it's over. Polymarket says Eric Adams has a better chance than Curtis Sliwa. They're voting like I do my March Madness picks. Which names do I like best? I know a guy that actually does that. I mean, all things considered, this is a bad showing for Zohran Mamdani. If this is his final margin, we'll see where it goes. Looks like actually like a lot of this vote in Staten Island might actually be done. Well, there's a lot of Manhattan votes still. Isn't this crazy? Like, this little tiny precinct here has over 50,000 people voting in it. This precinct is like the size of like 3 streets in Grand Rapids. New Jersey called? Yeah, New Jersey got called. This is wild. This is wild. Not even close. Anything out of Minneapolis yet? Nothing out of Minneapolis yet. That AG race hasn't been called yet, but I feel like it's, you know. Why are they so slow? Yeah, welcome to fucking every election. There was precincts in California that didn't finish reporting the 2024 election until like December. If you think this is low, you haven't seen fucking anything. We're gonna find out the results of everything tonight. By American election standards, that's fucking incredible. I mean, this is over. I think we can call this one now. Crazy that Jason couldn't pull this off. I'm sleepy, they need to hurry up. Well, if you want the spoiler, fucking Jay Jones won. California Prop 50 was yes. New York City Mayor was Zohran Mamdani. That's it. Like, it's interesting, but it's also over. Curtis Lee was not going to win a single precinct. Really? I mean, what precinct does he live in? Like, surely he'd be able to siphon a few thousand votes from the precinct that he lives in? Does he live here? Spoiler alert. It's not a prediction. 69% of votes, and that's actually kind of remarkable. By NYC standards, it's pretty good. Let's apply the same principle to next year, when we're still waiting until, 3 weeks after Election Day to find out how many House seats everyone gets. I mean, there was legitimately in 2024 U.S. House races that weren't called for weeks. Like 2 or 3 weeks. Mostly in California. Is he wearing a little red beret in his pic? So you don't know who this guy is then. Yes. Yes, he is. He was CEO of the Guardian Angels. And he was shot 5 times. If you watch the debate, there's very, very, very entertaining debate. Actually, if you watch Saturday Night Live, the Saturday Night Live cold open this past week was a parody of the New York City mayoral debate. Yeah. And this guy has like 8,000 cats. He like rescues cats. He's always holding cats. But yeah, he's been around New York City, so the Republicans recruited him and he got 7% of the vote. So pretty good. Pretty good. Can't lie. Yeah. Yeah, this guy's awesome. He's hilarious. Look at all these pictures of him with cats. Why have you not shared this dude with me before? This is why. He's kissing that cat aggressively. He really loves him. I really like the... No. Yeah, he has 16 cats. I really like this picture. It's very charming. That's not a cat. Yeah, but he's funny. I don't know. I think he's great, but he's not like a real candidate. And they called it for Zoran Mamdani. The cat is campaign. Yeah, I mean, probably just as useful, if not better, than his actual campaign manager. So, oh, all right, Zoran. Fucking take the ball. See how you do. See if you can actually get those city-run grocery stores or not. Probably not. Probably not. The political fall off of Andrew Cuomo is kind of crazy, though. He was governor of New York 5 years ago. Less than, I think. I think he resigned in 21. Crazy stuff. So this is called... Virginia AG get called? No, man. What's the holdout on this one? Just waiting for like one more batch? God, it's getting late enough we could see fucking Prop 50 results. No, that's 11 p.m. Well, go fuck yourself. Anything out of Minneapolis yet? Well, it's close. 2% of the vote. But it's like a four-way race, huh? Huh. Anything else good? Cincy got called. Atlanta got called. Just Jersey City, Buffalo, and Minneapolis. Minneapolis is the only interesting one, really. I don't know. I think I'm going to call it. We'll take one more look at the House of Delegates here in Virginia. Fucking... I mean, this is a blowout, man. This isn't even close. I mean, Republicans aren't getting a single flip, and they're getting... I mean, how many seats are Republicans going to lose here? If you don't mind if I just go ahead and count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8. You're gonna lose 8. I mean, doesn't sound like a lot, but when there's like 20 districts that can ever swing, losing 8 is pretty tough. I mean, it's gonna be almost like, I mean, you're nearing 2/3 majority for Dems at this point. Ay, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. God, I love 6, 7. Someone said 6, 7 at work today, and I had to hit one of these. I had to hit one of these. Speed, why you trying not to laugh, bruh? Speed, why you... before I go to bed, I'm gonna watch this clip.
Oh my god, I'm going to lose. Please, me, I need this. My mom is kind of homeless. I live with my dad. I want to help her out.
See, I'm watching the stream. Why you try not to laugh, bro? That's disrespectful, bro. What's wrong with you, bro? Stop laughing, bro. Look at you smiling, bro. You disrespectful as bro. You don't like your fans? You don't like your fans? Why you laughing at your fans, bro? Nah, real
My mom is kind of homeless.
My mom is kind of homeless. I live with my dad.
I'm watching your stream. Why you trying not to laugh?
Dude, I'm watching the stream. Why you try not to laugh, bro?
This shit's so fucking funny. My mom is kind of homeless.
My mom is kind of homeless.
Please, Pete, I need this. My mom is kind of homeless. Oh, yeah. Very funny. Alright. 80% in. in New York. Looks like it'll end up being a roughly 10-point win for Zoran. He'll probably end up taking the majority. Well, that's not updated. Looks like Zoran's gonna go ahead and take just barely a majority of votes here. Up to 5,000 people voting for Eric Adams, dude. 5,000 trolls, bro. Please, Speed, I need this. My mom is kind of homeless. Please, Speed, I need this. Alright, I'm done for the night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good one, everybody watching. Peace.